Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for September 16th, 2014. It is currently 7:42 a.m. on a Tuesday morning with periods of rain moving through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. We have temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior, mid to upper 50s in the New York City metropolitan area, and upper 50s to lower 60s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. I think you can tell we have an area of low pressure moving through with winds from the southeast over the coastal areas, from the northwest over the interior, and our area of low pressure moving through with periods of rain over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And some of that rain is heavy at times. In fact, right outside the window right now, we have some heavy downpours. So let's take a look at the latest surface map, and you can see that area of low pressure approaching the region. It will move through today with rainfall through this morning, and then by the afternoon we start to clear out from west to east. Most of this rainfall is done by 2 p.m. at the latest, 4 p.m. over eastern Long Island and eastern Connecticut. After this low pressure system moves through, it is going to be very quiet for the rest of the week, with this high pressure system dominating much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area over the next several days. So it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to have much to talk about, to be honest, after this rainfall moves through, at least until next Monday. Meanwhile, we do have some interesting weather going on throughout the United States. We have Tropical Storm Odell that is very rarely lifting up through the Baja California. It's very rare to see a tropical system do this. It can happen. It's the first time it's happened to this extent that we've recorded. That's always important, that we've recorded. Regardless of the unusual aspect of the tropical system, one aspect that it will have that will have a significant impact on the United States and eventually even our weather pattern moving forward is very heavy rainfall over the southwest. We go from a drought to flash flooding. That's the way the weather works. And then weather is always about extremes. So we go from one extreme to the other, and then you average it out, and that's your normal. But rarely are we ever really normal. At any rate, this is going to be a dangerous situation over the southwest. So if any of you are heading out towards Arizona, New Mexico, western Texas, southwestern or southeastern California, or towards the Four Corner region, use some caution and be careful out there. Take some time. It's going to be rather nasty out there over the next couple of days with all that tropical moisture lifting northward. Otherwise, very quiet out there throughout the United States with this high pressure system dominating the region. Let's take a look at the latest radar, and this again is as of 7:45 a.m. You can see this heavy rain moving through. It's moving pretty quickly, and I would not be surprised if most locations are drying out by noon. So we deal with rain this morning. Unfortunately, it's right in the middle of the rush hour. But once this rain clears out, we're done for the rest of the week. So we do a little bit of rain this morning, and then it's high and dry for the rest of the work week and into this upcoming weekend. This rainfall is producing some heavy downpours, and I'm looking anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain, possibly up to 1/3 of an inch of rain in some isolated locations. Like, for example, in this heavy downpour right here over northern New Jersey, right around Sussex County. That could, boost your rainfall amounts just a little bit. No thunderstorms in this, just heavy rainfall moving through the region and moving rather quickly. On the latest infrared satellite picture, first of all, these are low pressure systems, not high pressure systems. There's an error in the CPC guidance, I guess you could say, the way that they put out their graphics. At any rate, so we have 1 low pressure, 2 low pressure, 3 low pressure. All of them are going to slide to the south and east. This low pressure system clears out, and what follows is high pressure that is clearly producing very clear skies over the northern plains and the Great Lakes. This weather right here is what we can expect for the rest of the week, and it's rather cool too, with temperatures for the rest of the week averaging below normal for this time of year, and rather chilly in the morning hours, especially over the northern interior. Taking a look at the water vapor satellite picture, a couple of interesting features are developing here. One, this is one hurricane that is lifting up and will not have any effect on the United States directly. It's Edouard. It's going to become a Category 3 hurricane, I think. But luckily, this trough that's moving through this morning will pick this hurricane up and send it out into the northern Atlantic. And the only thing it'll do will enhance our cool weather pattern that is setting up for the rest of this week. Meanwhile, here we have our tropical storm lifting northward, Odell. This, again, will introduce very deep moisture into the southwest. You can already see that starting to build into the southwest and produce some very heavy rainfall. Notice this trough and this upper level low is starting to cut off here. What's going to happen is that this ridge is going to build. This little disturbance is going to cut underneath that ridge, pick up all this tropical moisture, and move to the east. And this disturbance will move through as a cold front by the time we reach on Monday, and could be a little bit more enhanced with rainfall than what's normal for a cold front that moves through the United States. So we're going to have to watch to see exactly how that moisture interacts with that cold front moving forward over the next couple of days. But you can clearly see trough around the Aleutians into the eastern portions of the Gulf of Alaska, ridge over much of the western United States, upper level disturbance cuts under the ridge, and you can see a nice broad trough over the eastern United States, protecting us from any tropical systems from the Atlantic and providing cool weather for us. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State UL website using the GFS model guidance for this morning. Again, our rainfall moves through. Temperatures will range from the mid to upper 60s over the interior, upper 60s to lower 70s in the New York City metropolitan area, and lower to mid 70s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. For tomorrow, high pressure in full control, clearing skies. Temperatures will plummet under the influence of clear skies, light winds, and low humidity. So that's going to mean temperatures are going to fall into the lower to mid 40s over the northwestern interior, upper 40s to lower 50s in your western suburbs of Philadelphia and New York City. Along the immediate coast and New York City, lower to mid 50s can be expected. I would not be surprised if a few locations in the northwestern interior fall into the upper 30s if we get enough clearing skies, the winds go really light, and with this dry air building in, I would not rule out that possibility. High pressure is going to be in control through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So basically, tranquil weather conditions will be in place all the way through Saturday. And through this entire period, we're pretty much dealing with the same type of weather. Cool, tranquil, quiet. That's also going to lead to the threat for some very chilly temperatures over the interior. Again, for the most part, I'm looking at lower to mid 40s over the interior, upper 40s to lower 50s in your western suburbs, and lower to mid 50s along the coast for your low temperatures. If we get the right environment set up just right, let's say over Sussex County, New Jersey, over portions of northeastern Pennsylvania, the Hudson River Valley, do not be surprised if you see low temperatures dropping down to like 38, 37 degrees for a low. Not widespread, but certainly a threat throughout the forecast period through the rest of this week. High temperatures, mid to upper 60s over the interior, upper 60s to lower 70s in the New York City metropolitan area, and lower to mid 70s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area can be expected through the rest of the week with very low humidity, and that of course means very comfortable weather conditions for the rest of this week into the weekend. Now on Sunday, high pressure starts to exit off the coast. Clouds start to increase. A cold front, that same cold front that will be picking up that tropical moisture over the southwest, will be moving through the Great Lakes, and you can see that enhanced rainfall over the upper Midwest and Great Lakes with what's left over of Odell here that is lifting up through the Great Lakes. You can see that little remnant low right here. So what's going to happen is that on Sunday we'll have increasing clouds. We'll be a little bit warmer because we'll have a southwesterly flow by the time we get to about the afternoon hours. So looking at lower to mid 50s for lows, mid to upper 70s for highs in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, lower to mid 70s over the interior and over the New York City metropolitan area and along the immediate coast. Pretty much averaging near normal for this time of year. Nothing significant as far as temperature anomalies. By the time we get to Monday, that cold front moves through with that remnant low. We get periods of rain expected on Monday. I'm not sold just yet on a widespread heavy rainfall event, but something kind of like what we're seeing this morning. Band of moderate to heavy rain moves through. The cold front exits. Looking at temperatures to range from the mid to upper 50s for lows as that cold front approaches with a southwesterly flow, and then lower to mid 70s for highs. Wouldn't rule out a few upper 60s to lower 70s along the immediate coast by the time that cold front moves through on Monday. So overall, we're dealing with tranquil weather pattern until we get to Monday, then periods of rain on Monday with that area low pressure and that cold front moving through. Overall, a pretty tranquil weather pattern in place. That's your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.